I do not know who needs to hear this, but working 3 civilian jobs makes no sense when the military exists. You are out here breaking your back for 4,000 a month, juggling schedules, losing sleep, missing time with your family, and thinking you are hustling. But the truth is, the system is just draining. You are working harder, not smarter. And if you actually did the math, you will realize that one military contract can pay you the same money plus stack you with benefits that last for life. That is what nobody tells you. So let us get real about this, because the problem is not that people are lazy. The problem is that they never learn how the system actually works. On this channel, I'll show you how 3 years can buy you a lifetime back. So subscribe. Let me start with a story. There is this guy named Anthony. He works security at night, drives Uber on the weekend, and stocks shelves at a warehouse during the day. 3 jobs, non-stop. He's always tired. He barely sleeps. He thinks that is what being responsible means. But at the end of the month, after taxes, gas, food, and rent, he takes home around 3,800. He's part of the grind, but the grind is slowly killing him. He thinks he's surviving, but really, he's stuck. Now, let me show you what would have happened if Anthony had joined the military instead. As a new one, he will start at about 2,000 a month base pay. Add a BH, around 2,500 depending on where he lives. Add BAS, around 450. Add free medical care, which is easily saves him another 800 a month. Add tuition assistant if he ever wants to go to school. Had 0 rent, 0 utilities, 0 health insurance. Now he's sitting on roughly 5,500 worth of monthly value. That is more than what he makes working 3 jobs combined. But the best part is, he works 1 job, he sleeps at night, he eats free, he trains his body, he builds discipline, and in a few years, he walks away with benefits that last forever. So tell me again, why would anyone keep breaking the back for 3 jobs when the military exists? It is not about being patriotic, it is about being smart. It is about doing the math and realizing that one calculated decision can save you a decade of struggle. But most people never do the math. They think the military does not pay well because they only look at the paycheck. They forget about everything else that comes with it: housing, food, healthcare, education, tax breaks, and VA benefits for life. If you add all that up, the value easily doubles or triples your income. Let me give you a breakdown. Numbers don't lie. In the civilian world, let us say you make 4,000 a month. That is 48,000 a year. After taxes, rent, food, insurance, and gas, you are lucky to keep 1,000 in savings, if that. In the military, even if your base pay is only 2,000, you do not pay rent, you do not pay utilities, you do not pay health insurance. You are getting paid to live and train. You might think 2,000 is small, but in reality, your cost of living is near zero. That means you are keeping most of your money. On top of that, you can still qualify for bonuses, promotions, and BAH if you have dependents. So if you are married or have a kid, that can add another $2,500 to $4,000 a month. That is how a soldier making 2,000 only ends up with the lifestyle of someone making 70,000 or more in the civilian world. The math just works differently when your essentials are covered. But the civilian world will never tell you that. They want you working 2, 3 jobs, always chasing the next check, always tired, never free. Because a tired worker is a compliant worker. When you are tired, you don't think long term. But once you understand how the system usually really works, you realize the military is not just about saving, it is about leveraging. Let us break this down even deeper. When you work 3 jobs, you are trading hours for dollars. Simple. You only get paid when you show up, right? You stop working, you stop earning. That is the trap. You are selling your time, not building assets. But when you save in the military, you are building something bigger. You are getting trained, certified, and paid while earning long-term benefits. You are literally stacking income streams, housing, education, VA pay, and even potential career paths that pay you more when you get out. You are trading short-term labor for long-term leverage. That is the difference between a hustle and a strategy. Let me give you a real example. I knew this woman named Carla. She worked at 2 restaurants and did Instacart on the side. She was making around 3,200 a month. She was always stressed about rent, her car payment, and school loans. One day, her cousin, who was in the Air Force, told her about the benefits. She did the math. If she joined, she would make about the same amount, but with no rent, no insurance, and free school. She joined. Fast forward 3 years later, She has zero debt, a degree paid for by the military, and she's about to start collecting VA compensation for a back injury, about 1,800 a month, that's free for life. She went from living paycheck to paycheck to living with peace of mind. And it all started because she stopped chasing multiple small checks and chose one big system that pays forever. You think working more jobs equals more freedom, but it is the opposite. The more jobs you have, the less freedom you get. The more your mind is condensed. You cannot think clearly. You are always on the clock. You are always exhausted. You are always behind. You are working just to stay alive. The military flips that. You work one job that pays you with time, discipline, stability, and future income. You work for 3 years and the benefits can pay you for 30. That is how I went from broke to free. And here is what people also forget. Stress costs money. Because every extra job you take steals your energy, your focus, your health. The longer you live in that chaos, the less time you have to build a real wealth. The military gives you structure. It forces discipline into you. It teaches you how to manage time, how to show up, how to push through. And when you leave, those same habits make you win in civilian life. You can start a business. You can build a career. You can invest because you are not in survival mode anymore. You are in strategy mode. Let me show you another kind of math most people ignore. The opportunity cost of staying broke. Let us say you are 24. You plan to keep working 3 jobs for the next 4 years. At 4,000 a month, that is 192K over 4 years. Sounds like a lot, right? But after rent, taxes, insurance, gas, and food, you might save 10K total if you are lucky. Then the jobs ends and you are right back where you started. Now, imagine those same 4 years in the military. You make similar money when you count BAH, BAS, and benefits, but also you work out with a 4,500 a month VA check if you get rated, a GI bill that can pay you 2,500 a month while in school, and 0 student loans. You can even buy a house with no down payment. That is hundreds of thousands of dollars in lifetime value, all from one contract. The math does not lie, only ignorance does. The real reason people work 3 jobs is fear. Fear of change, fear of commitment, fear of the unknown. They think the military is too hard or too risky or not for them. But tell me, is working 16 hours per day, living check to check, and dying tired not risky? Is wasting your 20s grinding for pennies not dangerous enough? You are already taking risk. You are just not getting rewarded for them. The military gives you a way to channel that same energy into something that multiplies. You sacrifice once and it pays you back forever. Let me be clear. The military is not for everyone. It is not easy. It requires discipline, sacrifice, and patience. But if you are already sacrificing every day for jobs that do not care about you, you might as well do it for something that sets you up for life. Because at least in the military, the grind leads somewhere. Every push-up, every formation, every night in training, it is building equity. It is building your future. And that is something no civilian job will ever give you. Here is the part nobody talks about: mental peace. When you are in the civilian grind, you are always one emergency away from collapse. One car breakdown, one hospital visit, one missed paycheck, and everything falls apart. That stress hits you alive. In the military, you know your bills are paid. You know your family has medical coverage. You know your paycheck is coming every 2 weeks. That peace of mind alone is worth more than most people's entire income. And when you leave the military, the benefits follow you. VA healthcare, that's free pay, home loans, education, it never stops. You get paid for life for saving once. That is the real wealth play. Stability that lets you build. Now, let us talk about the mindset that separates the winners from the workers. Most people only see the cost. They see the $44 it costs to join my school community and they think, I cannot afford that. But they never ask themselves, what will it cost me if I do not join? Because the truth is, ignorance is more expensive than knowledge. Every mistake you make before joining, picking the wrong job, wrong branch, wrong contract, wrong timing, costs you thousands of dollars and years of your life. The military will not stop you from making those mistakes. They will just smile and process your paperwork. My job is to stop that from happening to you. I built my school community so people could learn the game before they play it. For $44, you learn how to pick the right path, active duty or reserve. which jobs pay long term, how to maximize VAH, how to stack up benefits, how to prepare for VA compensation the right way. You learn from someone who has done it, not someone guessing. That $44 is not a fee. It is a shortcut. It is the difference between walking in blind or walking in ready. Think of it like this. You are about to make 6 figures decision by signing your contract. You will save years, earn pay, benefits, and maybe lifetime income. But if you go in unprepared, you could lose tens of thousands of dollars just because you did not know the plays. So ask yourself, what is smarter? Spending $44 once to learn or losing $40K later because you guessed? That is the mindset shift I want you to make. Stop thinking about cost. Start thinking about return on investment. You already spent $44 on junk food, subscriptions, Uber Eats, or gas every week. But none of those things change your life, right? These will. And if you are still unsure, let me make it simple. If you are watching this and you are tired of grinding, tired of feeling stuck, tired of watching time slip away, you need a new strategy. You do not need another job. You need a system. The military is that system if you play it right. It pays you now, trains you for later, and rewards you for life. But you have to enter it with a plan. That is what I teach. That is what I break down step by step. I have seen people transform their lives just by understanding this math. One guy went from delivering food to collecting $3,800 a month tax-free from the VA after his contract. Another was working security for $15 an hour. Now he has a client's job making 6 figures. The difference between them and everyone else is not luck. It is knowledge. They learn before they leaped. And you can do the same. So before you go clock in for another double shift, ask yourself, what I am really working toward? Is this grind leading me anywhere? Or am I just surviving? Because survival is not success. Success is leverage. Success is turning effort into freedom. And that is what the military can do for you if you play it right. You are already putting in the work. You are already sacrificing your time. The only thing missing is the direction. That is why I built this channel, to give you that direction, to show you that 3 years of strategy can replace 30 years of struggle, and to remind you that your value is not how many jobs you have. It is in how smart you move. So if you want to stop surviving and start stacking, if you want to learn how to turn service into freedom, the link to my school community is in the description below. That is where we break it all down. How to plan your contract, pick your MOS, calculate your benefits, and build a life you do not need to escape from. You can keep grinding for 3 jobs, or you can make one decision that changes everything. The choice is yours. Drop a comment if you have any questions and I will answer them. Watch this video that YouTube thinks will help you next. If this video that you watch right now help you, subscribe for more plays that turn service into freedom, and share this video with every person you know. Thank you for watching till the end. Peace. I'm gone.